All right, my Math 2 crew, this may look like a beast of a quiz, but in all reality, guys, get comfortable with your multiplication table because you can do this so simply. What is the greatest common factor of 42x squared y to the fifth minus 35x to the fifth y squared plus 14x cubed? We're looking for that GCF. We're going to start with the numbers or the coefficients. We have 42, 35, and 14. All right, we're going to take the smallest of those three numbers, which is 14. What are the factors of 14? Well, we have 1 and 14, and then we have 2 and 7. All right, I always start by taking the largest factor, in this case 14, and dividing it by all three. We already know it goes into 14. 42 divided by 14 is 3. That gives us a whole number. However, 35 divided by 14, well, that's 2.5, so 14 is not going to work. All right, well, 42 divided by 7 is 6, 35 divided by 7 is 5, and 14 divided by 7 is 2. So numerically, our greatest common factor is 7. Then we will go to the variables. We have an x squared. We have an x to the fifth, and do we have an x over here? We do. We have an x cubed. So they all share the variable x. What's the smallest of the exponents? It is a 2. Great job. Then we'll check the y's. We have a y to the fifth. We have a y squared. But does our third term have a y? It does not. So guess what? It's not within our answer or our greatest common factor. All right, it's not in common. Move on to number 2. The expression x squared plus 13x plus 40 is equivalent to. Guys, I really thought that giving you multiple choice here would benefit you on a multiple choice exam. Use the answers, all right, as pure strengths. Because we know that we're looking for a times c, which is 40. We need the factors of 40. All right, then when added together, because our c is positive or our a times c is positive, let's just go ahead and write these out real quick. All right, that when added together, well, they equal our b value of 13. 10 times 3 is 30. It's not 40, so we can't use a. 15 times negative 2 is negative 30. So again, we can't use c there. B, okay, negative 8 times negative 5 is 40. However, negative 8 plus negative 5 is negative 13. It can't be B. Oh, 8 times 5 is 40. 8 plus 5 is 13. Go ahead and circle your answer. Just going to highlight that in blue and circle it in blue. Use that as a test-taking strategy. Anytime that a equals 1, simply go straight to your answer choices and do basic arithmetic. All right, number 3, x squared minus 25. We have a difference of squares here. All right, our difference being the subtraction. X squared, yes, it's a perfect square. I'm just going to set this up real quick. We will always have the plus minus in there. If this was a y, I would drop a y. However, it's an x, so I'm just going to put x. And I'm going to put x. And what's the square root of 25? Yes, it's 5. Our answer should be x plus 5, x minus 5. Number 4, big hint here. All right, we're going to put an asterisk next to it just like we did in class. All right, we have the x squared is perfect. The 81's a perfect square. We have our negative 18x, okay? First pair of numbers that comes to mind when I'm working with the number 81, what can I use to multiply to get to 81? Every time to me is 9 times 9. All right, and 9 plus 9 is 18. But negative 9 plus negative 9 gives us negative 18. And negative 9 times negative 9 gives us our positive 81. Let's go ahead and set this up. Now, I know on the ACT or the SAT, they will expect you to simplify. Whoever created this test, one of these you'll have to simplify. The other you will not. I'm assuming it's just to build some of that recognition. All right, x squared, perfect square, x. Something a little critical here. You see this minus here? We're going to drop that in both of them. Now that 81, the square root is 9. Go ahead and do x minus 9, or your answer choice, yes, I'm going to copy and paste this, might look like this. Copy, paste, squared. However, it has to have the double negatives there or the x minus 9 squared. All right, 1 times negative 9 is negative 9. 1 times negative 9 is negative 9. Negative 9 plus negative 9 or negative 9 minus 9 gives us our negative 18. You will do the exact same thing for number 5. All right, this is what I mean. The first 5 of these should be absolute flybys. They might look somewhat intimidating, but trust me, guys, they're absolutely not. 4x squared, we have our perfect squares here. 2x, 2x. Again, we have a subtraction there, so we'll go minus, minus. If that was a plus, we would go plus, plus. Square root of 81 is, wonderful, 9. 2x minus 9, 2x minus 9. Or your answer choice might look like this. I'm not too sure what they're going to give us. 2x minus 9 squared. All right, 2 times negative 9 is negative 18. Negative 18 plus negative 18 gives us our negative 36. All right, when factored completely, x cubed plus 11x squared plus 30x. Every other one of these, we have x squared and a single x and no x. We can factor out an x. By doing so, we will take it and divide all 3 of these terms by just an x. And when we divide our variables, we are actually subtracting the exponents, that imaginary little 1 that I'll put above those x's there. So x cubed minus x to the first leaves us x squared. Oh, 11x squared minus x to the first just leaves us 11x. And 30x to the first, or just simply 30x minus x, leaves us plus 30. We're done with step 1. All right, step 2 here. We're going to list our factors out of 30. We have 1 and 30. We have 2 and 15. We have 3 and 10. We have 5 and 6. You have to list the factors out if you know it. Absolutely not. All right. Our a times c, or just our c here, is a positive 30. That means we want to add the factors together to get to 11. Well, when I add 30 plus 1, I get 31. I do not get 11. When I do 2 plus 15 or 15 plus 2, we get 17. We do not get 11. 3 plus 10 is 13. We do not get 11. 5 and 6 is our absolute winner here. Actually, going to make that a little fatter for the next one. So we will have x, and those are both positive, plus 5, and x plus 6. And it just wanted us to factor it completely. We weren't solving there. Go on to the next one. Solve 2x squared minus 3x minus 20. Yes, we can use the diamond method. I'll do it up top today. All right, a times c. Up top, down below is our b. I'll zoom in just a minute. A equals 2. All right, it's the number in front of x squared or the coefficient of x squared, which is 2. B equals, what's the coefficient of x? Or just simply the number in front of x. That's going to be a negative 3. And our c is the constant, the number by itself. It's not just a 20, but a negative 20. So up top, we do 2 times negative 20. This a times c, 2 times negative 20. Actually, let me do this in red and follow the pattern I usually use in class on the diamond. Now that we've reached this stage. So up top, you want to do your A times C. 2 times negative 20 is negative 40. Your B goes down below, which is negative 3. And then you set it up always as AX into AX. Well, what's our A? Our A equals 2. So we're just going to go 2X, little fraction bar. 2X, little fraction bar. I think I'm actually going to slide this over a hair just in case. Then we will switch over to our blue. All right, we have our factors of 40 is what we're looking for. Go to your calculator if you're unsure or use your factors chart. I have given away plenty to all of you. All right, A times C is a negative. So now I want to subtract to get to a 3. We'll worry about the negative later. All right. When A times C gives us a negative, or our C is a negative, we simply subtract. 40 minus 1 is 39. It's not 3. 20 minus 2 is 18. It's not 3. 10 minus 4 is 6. It's not 3. However, 8 minus 5 is 3, but we need it to be negative 3. So then we could just do 5 minus 8. Oh my God, Mr. Richards, it's that simple? Guys, it truly is. 2x over 5. Again, this is where no one having that math fluency, guys. With our multiplication, our division, we can simply understand that no, this does not reduce. Numerator goes first. There's not a negative in front of this 5, so I'm just going to put plus 5. All right, 2x over negative 8. This can reduce. All right, this reduces to x over negative 4. All right, in case you cannot reduce or you're uncertain, okay? Let's just say, all right, 2 divided by 8. Then hit math. Then hit enter twice in a row. It reduces it down to 1/4. X over minus 4. If our 8's negative, make sure it stays negative as your denominator as well. Because when we write this down here, we're going to write it as x minus 4. So just looking to factor to solve. It does want us to solve. All right, so both of these are actually equal to 0. I'll take the long way home here. You do not need to take the long way home. Yes, you can hop a fence or cut through an alley if you need to with the math. All right, let's just say 2x plus 5 is equal to 0. Well, let me shift this over, actually. Now I'm a little disappointed. I didn't set this up just a hair greater, but it's no big deal. We'll just do this and go equal to 0, equal to 0, minus 5, minus 5. 2x, boom, equals negative 5. Divide each by 2. I really want to do that in orange. I'm so disappointed in myself. It's okay, I'm not going to stop. It's too late in the game. I'm too tired. Need to go to bed. I need rest. X equals negative 5 over 2. All right, now I'll go ahead and I'll do this one in orange. X equals 4. It's done. Move on to the next one. Solve x squared plus 7x equals 30. Is it equal to 0? It's not. I'm going to rewrite this as x squared plus 7x. If I had to subtract 30 from here and subtract 30 from here, well, guess what? We're now going to have x squared plus 7x minus 30 equals our 0. From here, we will go to our diamond or our x factor. And again, it goes A times C. Do we even have to do the x factor when A equals 1? No, we don't. We simply just have to write the factors of 30. 1 and 30, 2 and 15. Do you even have to write all these out if you simply already can recognize what they are? No. Take the shortcuts every opportunity you get. Our C is now negative. All right, let me actually just put this in for you. A equals 1, B equals 7, C equals negative 30. That negative 30 tells us to subtract to get to our B value. All right, 30 minus 1 is 29. It's not going to work. 15 minus 2 is 13. 10 minus 3 equals 7. Go ahead and highlight or circle your winner. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. All right, and we said that's 10 minus 3 because 10 minus 3 equals 7. So we'll do x plus 10. And then we'll do x minus 3. These are both equal to 0. Simply take the opposite. If it's x plus 10 equals 0, well, guess what? X equals negative 10. If x minus 3 equals 0, x equals 3. Circle your answer. Get on to the next one. All right, this one we need to factor by GCF. We need to find the greatest factor that goes into both 80 and 12. Again, start with the low number. 80 divided by 12. I know 12 times 5 is 60. Oh, 12 times 2. That's not going to work. All right, so let's list the 112 to 6, 3, 4. Wonderful. All right, 80 divided by 6. 10 times 6 is 60. That's not going to work. 80 divided by 4 is 20. That's going to work. What else can we take from both of these? We can take an x, but how many of those x? We simply can take 4x squared from each. Again, when we're dividing here, what I want you to do is divide the whole numbers and subtract the exponents. Sorry, I want to copy and paste that to make it a little easier on myself if I'm going to be using colors this entire time. I don't know if I will or not. All right, 12 divided by 4 is simply 3. X to the 5th minus x squared gives us x to the 3rd, or x cubed. Then we have negative 80 divided by 4. Well, that's negative 20. And x squared minus x squared, well, that cancels out. That leaves us nothing. Go ahead and circle your answer. Go on to the next one. Simple for 11. It just wants us to factor. All right, our factors of 9 are 1, 9, and 3, 3. We need to get to 8. C is negative. We need to subtract. 9 minus 1, holy moly, it's 8. Let's just simply write out our answer as x plus 9 and x minus 1. You're done with 11. Go on to the next one. 13, factor completely. You can go 2 times 42 is 84. You can do the diamond method, or you can factor out a 2 from all of these. All right, it's your call. Whatever you're more comfortable with, go look at one of the other diamonds if you're more comfortable with that. I will use the 2 this time around. I don't know if I'll do it on the next one. We'll see. Divide all by 2. That'll leave us x squared minus 10x plus 21. Close it. We now have a equals 1, b equals negative 10, and c equals a positive 21. All right, so we need the factors of 21. 1 and 21, that when combined, or in this case, added together, because c is positive, give us a negative 10. 1 plus 21 is 22. It's not going to work. 3 plus 7 is 10. Oh, but it's not negative 10. Well, guess what? Negative 3 plus negative 7 is negative 10. And negative 3 times negative 7 gives us 21. We have a winner. Chicken dinner. X minus 3 and x minus 7. That's exactly what it was looking for. Let's go on to the next one. Factor 20x squared plus 7x minus 6. All right, let's go to our diamond. Up top again, you have your A times your C. Let's just go ahead and do it. A equals 20. B equals 7. C equals -6. 20 times -6 is going to give us -120. Your B goes down below. I got my A times C up top and my B down low. B equals 7. And then we're going to go AX and AX. Our A is 20. 20X, set it over. 20X, set it over. Factors of 120. That can get us to 7. All right, we have 1 and 120. And what's our A times C? Oh, it's a negative, so we'll be subtracting. Can I even think about using any of the first? Let's just see. Nope. 120 minus 1, 60 minus 2, 40 minus 3, 30 minus 4, 20 minus 6. We're getting a little closer. How about 8 and 15? 15 minus 8. It does give us a 7 ball. And we need it to be a positive 7, so we'll leave it as 15 minus 8. Let's go ahead and reduce this biscuit. Again, if you're uncertain, guys, 20 divided by 15, hit math, enter twice in a row. It will auto-reduce. We get 4x over 3. We're going to swing this down. Does it want us to solve? Nope, just a factor, it says. All right, if we're only factoring, we'll just go 4x plus 3. And this was also going to reduce. 5x minus 2. Let's swing this down. If it only wants us to factor it, well, we're complete. 17, 25x squared minus 36. Again, we have that difference of squares here. And this is, again, guys, where the multiplication table comes in so handy, because if you know 5 times 5 is 25, well, the square root of 25 is 5, and the square root of x squared is x. If you know 6 times 6 is 36, the square root of 36 is 6, and you're done. Factor to solve the equation. All right, this negative 15, we have to shift it over to the left. That's going to give us x squared minus 2x minus 15 equals 0. We are solving this time. All right, we need the factors of 15. 1 and 15. 3 and 5. Since c is negative, we just want to subtract to get to a 2. 15 minus 1, 0 chance. 5 minus 3 gives us 2, but we need to make it negative 2. So we just do 3 minus 5. That's it. So we'll do x plus 3. And then we'll do x minus 5. That's Mr. Albanese, teacher I used to have. All right, I can shift this over. They're both equal to 0. Again, when x is alone by itself, it has no coefficient. Go ahead and go straight for your answer. X equals, what's the opposite of a positive 3? Negative 3. What's the opposite of a negative 5? A positive 5. Circle your answer. All right, number 19, it's going to get a little rowdy here. It may very well, boys and girls. Let's check it out, and let's see if we can get it right away. All right, A equals 5. B equals negative 23. C equals negative 42. Let's go ahead and do our diamond. Up top, we have A times C. Well, 5 times 40 is 200, and 5 times 2 is 10. 200 plus 10 will give me a negative 210. Our B is negative 23. We've already identified it. Great job. What's our A? Our A is 5. Again, so you're going to have AX. So we're going to go 5X and 5X. Beautiful job, guys. All right, factors of 210. Oh my goodness, I think I've said the calculator instructions God knows how many times. I don't need them because I've already identified them. However, let's go to y equals. Let's type in 210. Let's do division. Let's hit that XTON to get our X. Let's hit second in blue. Let's hit graph top right. We know that A times C, that must have been the one we were working on, or whatever it was. A times C is negative, so we need to subtract to get to our B. 210 minus 1 does not work. 105 minus 2 does not work. 70 minus 3 doesn't work. Skip over all decimals. 42 minus 5 is 37. 35 minus 6, 29. 30 minus 7, my goodness, it's 23. It's not negative 23, so we can do 7 minus 30. 7 minus 30, because 7 times negative 30 gives us negative 210, and 7 minus 30 gives us our negative 23. Thank you. Again, we will be solving. This is not reducible. If you're uncertain, check in your calculator. Oh my goodness, this one is though. 5x equals negative 30. It's going to be x over minus 6. Let's set that equal to 0. We're taking the shortcut home here. Yes. Remember I said if that x is by itself, we just take the opposite of our other. Well, let's just put our x here. We're going to take the opposite of that positive 7. We're going to use it as a numerator. And then we're going to drop that coefficient of x as our denominator. And x is equal to negative 7 over 5. Actually, believe it or not, I'm giving props to Petya on that one. And if x minus 6 equals 0, just take the opposite of that negative 6. What does x equal? 6. Go ahead. Use it. You're done. Good luck. Let's crush. Let's dominate. Let's go.